Ever notice how hard it is to start healing from narcissistic abuse? Do you ever notice that as you're going through narcissistic abuse, you start to feel more alone than you have in your entire life, thanks to the lack of understanding for the people in your life? If you're going through healing from narcissistic abuse right now, you're probably going through kind of hell, am I right? You feel alone in the world, feel like nobody understands your pain, and like most people minimize it. Well, today at queenbeing.com, it's Self-Love Sunday, and on Self-Love Sunday, we're all about healing and loving ourselves. So today, we're going to talk about exactly why it's so hard to heal from narcissistic abuse, and specifically what you can do to begin to change that and take back your life. All right? So let's get started. My name is Angie Atkinson, and on this channel, I offer free daily video coaching to help you discover, understand, and overcome narcissistic abuse in toxic relationships. I like to call it toxic relationship rehab. Does that sound good to you? If so, hit that subscribe button and let's get rolling. I have a special presentation for you today that I think will help you to maybe kind of learn it a little better. See, this time I'm using a drawing video, and I think that with hearing the words and seeing the words in front of you, it might help you better absorb the material. So here you go. How do you let go of a narcissist? How do you just get over someone you've loved this long? And why, in the name of all that is good in the world, is it so damn hard to do it? That's what we're talking about today at queenbeing.com. Why is it so very hard to get over a narcissist anyway? People who have narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, they often do the push and pull thing with relationships. You know, they push you away and they pull you in close, and they do this in painful alternating patterns. We call this the narcissistic abuse cycle. It involves idealizing, devaluing, and discarding in repeating patterns. It's a very toxic cycle. Not recommended. Generally, even once you've finally ended the relationship for good, the narcissist finds some way to re-engage with you, either by trying to suck you back in with hoovering, or with additional abuse that comes later, such as insulting text messages, social media smear campaigns, that kind of stuff. Makes your life pretty miserable. Since the narcissist doesn't always go no contact, you can find yourself being re-traumatized with each and every interaction that you have with the narcissist. That's one reason it's so hard to heal after this type of abuse. Another reason, you realize that literally nothing you believed about the relationship or the person that you were dealing with in the relationship was just exactly what you thought. That's pretty painful. Of course, in hindsight, you can plainly see the red flags, and you beat yourself up for not noticing them in the moment. Or worse, you beat yourself up for putting them out of your mind because you really were into that person back then. It's a normal thing to do, to tolerate small issues in the beginning of a relationship. You feel like a fool. You think, man, I should have known better. You are blaming yourself for something that honestly isn't your fault. That's not fair, but you do it because you want to be able to fix this problem once and for all. You can't fix them, the narcissist, and you certainly know this because, my gosh, how many times have you tried to fix them in the past? Maybe a lot of times. See, if you can fix the problem, then you figure, hey, I can also end the pain, right? That toolbox, though, it just doesn't quite work when you're trying to fix something that isn't really the problem. Sure, it might feel good to you while you're still in the relationship with a narcissist, and that's understandable because you know that they certainly don't want to change themselves, right? Narcissists, they don't change. But on the other side of that coin, my friend, it totally destroys your self-esteem, and that is absolutely not good for you or your recovery. And the longer you allow this to go on, the longer you're going to remain miserable. Another reason it's so hard to heal, the narcissist makes you feel so powerless. That's because, quite honestly, they need to remain in control of their lives, their own sources of narcissistic supply, and all of this at all times. You probably know exactly what I mean in this situation, don't you? While you were with a narcissist, you were pushed around in order to let them assert their dominance, right? They punished you for making choices of your own and taught you to look to them for direction, so you didn't upset them or make them angry. And they did this whether directly, as in they gave you direct orders, or indirectly, as in based on their moods. You need to watch their moods, right? You got robbed here. Robbed of a sense of personal autonomy, and robbed of the ability to relax in your life. That's because you've spent most of your time feeling on edge, feeling scared, feeling defensive. You never knew what was going to happen next. That made it pretty hard for you to feel balanced and in control of your own life at that time, right? And now, even though you might still get up, get out of bed, go to work, and pay your bills, you still feel anxious, empty, lost. You sort of live on autopilot these days, right? So what the hell are you supposed to do now? How can you start taking back your life and stop letting the narcissist make you miserable? You've got to start by taking care of yourself the same way a good mom would have taken care of you, or like you're recovering from a really bad illness, because in a way, you kind of are. You've got to surround yourself with positive things. You've got to try avoid letting your anger, resentment, and hurt destroy you completely. Please don't let the narcissist win. You need to use your anger to propel you forward. But once you've done that, you've got to start the process of letting it go before it begins to eat away at your insides and turn you into one big ball of rage. When you experience this deep, heart-crushing level of betrayal from someone that you really believed that you could trust with your entire life, my God, it feels like it can cut to your very soul. Am I right? That's why today I want you to make a conscious choice to get through this. You don't have to do it by sheer willpower alone. You have support if you want it. Whether you lean into your family and your friends, or if you're like other people who have been isolated by the narcissist and you don't have anyone left or no one who understands, maybe you want to join my free online support group, SPAN, which is support for people affected by narcissistic abuse in relationships, at queenbeing.com/SPAN. It's free and confidential. You are also welcome to pop into my weekday chats here on YouTube. Both of these actively engaged forums offer forms of support that are available for you for absolutely nothing. It's totally free. If you're interested, I do offer one-on-one coaching, which you can learn more about at narcissismsupportcoach.com or narcissisticabuserecovery.online, or just go to the front page of queenbeing.com and you'll see a link right there. Today, I want you to decide that you are going to rise above the toxic ashes of this painful relationship and come out stronger, wiser, and with your dignity intact. Today, you're going to stop being a victim and you're going to become a real survivor and a real thriver. It's going to take real inner strength, my friend. It's not going to be easy, but I promise you it's totally worth it. It's time to take back your life and to become the person you deserve to be, the person you want to be. It's time to build or rebuild your self-esteem, your self-image, the whole of who you are. And I know you can do this. Are you with me? Remember this. You have the right to live your life without having to deal with abuse every single freaking day. You have the right to be happy and at peace and to feel safe and comfortable in your own home. And my friend, you have the right to do whatever is needed to protect yourself from the abusive relationships. Remember that saying yes to happiness means saying no to toxic relationships. You feel me? Please don't waste one more day in pain and feeling powerless. You deserve better, my friend. And it's you who has to give it to yourself. You have to give yourself the power. You have to take it. Now it's time for the question of the day. And the question of the day is, what are you going to do today to start or keep taking back your power, taking back your life? Share your thoughts in the comments section below, and let's talk about it. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for being a part of my day and a part of my life. And hey, thanks for letting me be a part of yours. It really does mean a lot to me. I'll see you soon. It's my mission to teach others what I know to be true. You really can create the life you want. Take care of your body, take care of your soul, nurture the real you, and introduce him or her to the world. Be comfortable in your own skin and in your place in this world. Take your spot, take it now, and the universe will take its cue from you. You feel me? If so, subscribe to my channel. Let's get it done together.